Hi guys, Biggs here. Welcome to Mentoring Monday. Today I would like to talk about the inspiration behind my latest track, The Foundation, on high voltage recordings. I hope you like the track and you'd consider buying it on Beatport. For those that listen to me quite a bit, I'm always talking about how to improve relationships and how to evaluate relationships. Like I said before, some have great value and add to our lives, and other types of relationships cause us tremendous stress and sometimes even destruction. Think of a relationship as a house or a building, and below that building is a foundation. And without a solid foundation below the building, it'll collapse, just like your relationships will collapse. So why are the relationships that we have in our lives so important? Because they can either bring out the best in you or the worst in you, depending on the quality of the relationships. I know of at least two people whose business careers and personal lives got super successful after they met their future wives. And one of them is me. So in today's video, I want to talk about the 9 building blocks that create the foundation of a rewarding relationship. The first one that I'll mention is the most important building block. For without this, there can be no strong relationship, and that is trust. Trust is the basis from which all relationships can move forward or not. With friends, you'll do almost anything when there's a strong level of trust in the relationship. Let's think about trust in the workplace. If your company has great culture and you trust the owners and your boss and fellow coworkers because their culture is based on transparency and trust, you'll work much harder for that company. I've done an entire Mentoring Monday talk on the value of trust in a relationship. The second building block is commitment. Once trust is established, then commitment can happen. And commitment is reserved for only those people who have proven they're capable of sticking around for the long haul. I talked about the importance of loyalty last week. Commitment is loyalty. Not quitting or blowing off the relationship when things get a little challenging. Just remember, quitting becomes a habit, a very, very bad habit. Intimacy, the third building block. This means we're comfortable enough when there's trust and commitment, and that we share all aspects of ourselves with the other person. We feel the desire to be open and open our souls without worry to someone who cares about us, to support us fully in almost everything that we do. Intimacy implies vulnerability. It's okay to be vulnerable to people that we trust, because this can help us improve. Respect, the fourth building block. Both people must respect each other. When you respect someone, you think, what I see in you, I hold just as important to what I see in myself. But you must also respect yourself before you can respect others, because you cannot give what you don't have. Communication, the fifth building block. This means verbal and nonverbal. Good communication is facilitated by trust, commitment, and respect. We need to feel free to express how we feel without judgment and with the confidence that the other person is listening and actually cares. Two-way communication takes place when each side seeks first to understand, then to be understood. Sounds like a countdown. Number 6, empathy. I did an entire talk on empathy. Not only one of the most important qualities of a relationship, but you must demonstrate strong empathy to be a great leader. Think of empathy as having the ability to walk a mile in the other person's shoes. How many of us show empathy when engaging in political conversations on social media? None of us. You see what happens without empathy? Mean-spirited conversations of strong opinions going nowhere. With empathy, the relationship can grow stronger and be way more rewarding. Number 7, equality. I also call this creating value. Each side is equally as valuable to the other side. There's also a division of labor that may occur. When one side is constantly using the other person and there's not equal value being given, the relationship will be out of balance and usually very short term. Each partner should carry the same weight in the relationship. Each should learn to practice flexibility and compromise. It cannot be our way or the highway. Selfish, uncompromising people cannot sustain long-lasting relationships. Integrity, building block number 8. Integrity's definition is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Like trust, demonstrating integrity is critical for all the building blocks in successful relationships. Think of it as the grout or the cement to hold all the building blocks together. Have you ever had a relationship with someone who lacked integrity, or even a company that lacked integrity? How did it turn out? It probably ended very quickly. The 9th and last building block that I'll mention is consistency. You must consistently demonstrate the other 8 building blocks, or the foundation will crack and eventually crumble. It will not stand the test of time. Walk the talk, honor the commitments, and keep promises. Make a promise, keep a promise. Always follow through. Are you willing to go above and beyond what needs to be done? Or do you just do the bare minimum? There is a reason the lowest paying jobs pay minimum wage. Most require the bare minimum in skills and effort. Be consistent in your decisions and your actions. This is fairly easy to do if you know your own values and principles from which you lead your life. I'll also do a talk on principle-based leadership, which is very similar to following your own values and principles. I've also done a previous talk on vision and values, which is on my YouTube channel. There you have it, the 9 building blocks of the foundation required for successful relationships: trust, commitment, intimacy, respect, communication, empathy, equality, integrity, and consistency. Analyze some of the most important relationships that you have in your life to see the strength of its foundation. How does it score in each of those 9 building blocks? Focus on and nurture the relationships with the strongest building blocks, and possibly eliminate the ones who don't have a strong foundation, or at least the potential to have a strong foundation. So until next week, this is Big signing off. And remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers.